Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday. I'm super excited. Wanted to do a quick video before I head out to this mentee event that I have at Main Event today with Destined for Greatness. Shout out to James Cowles for bringing me on board as a mentor. Super excited about sharing knowledge with the youth, man. It's so important that we bridge that gap between our sons without fathers and our fathers without sons. I mean, it's vital to the success we anticipate in the future. But something that's been on my spirit lately, man, is really, really simple, but mind-blowing at the same time. I mean, I was going through my library. I have a huge library of self-help books and books on sales and books on psychology and, you know, how to meet and greet people and things of that nature. But I thought about it for a moment. And I said, the most important book I could ever read is the one I'm currently writing right now as we speak. What I mean by that is we are actually all authors and we are all writing the books of our life. For most of us, this book is halfway written already. And a lot of the chapters in this book, we are playing the victim role. Things are happening to us. Life is happening to us, and we're reactive instead of proactive, right? And I remember the earlier chapters in my book where life was great and I was a kid. I was bold, creative. All of my dreams were achievable. Everything was possible. If I put my mind to something, I accomplished it. And I knew how to win the sales battle when it came to getting what I want from my mother. Never really met my father. But around chapter 5, let's call it chapter 5, adversity really took place. Things happened that were beyond my control. Things that changed my perspective of how the world was took place in chapter 5. Really difficult chapter. And I think we all experience some sort of chapter 5 in our lives, and it really helps to develop our character. It stretches us and it puts us in a position to determine what kind of man or woman we're going to be. The whole point of this is we are staying in our chapters 5s a lot longer than we have to. I know some of us have been molested. Some of us have been abandoned by loved ones. Some of us have experienced pain through death of a loved one. Whatever happened in your chapter 5, I'm telling you right now, it's time to close chapter 5 and be deliberate and bold and creative about chapter 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You determine what happens in those next chapters. You learn from chapter 5. Chapter 5 is really a factory of development. That's where God develops your character. You can determine if chapter 5 will make you or break you. Because in chapter 8, maybe you're going to use what happened in chapter 5 to impact the world. Maybe you're going to mentor someone that went through molestation. Maybe you're going to be a motivational speaker about what happened to you in chapter 5. But chapter 5 can go forever. People die in chapter 5. People remind you of their chapter 5 every time you call them. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Let's talk about chapter 5. This happened, that happened. But how is today? Tell me how today is going. Is today great? Are you hungry today? Did someone molest you today? And these are not things you can sweep under the rug, but these are not things that you can allow to control you for the rest of your life. Because the person that had the negative impact on your life in chapter 5, they moved on. They moved on, man. And it's so unfortunate. And it's so unfair. And it's so not right. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't change my chapter 5. My chapter 5 made me who I am today, man. Some of the things we had to go through that our mothers would love to protect us from are the very things we need to experience in order to develop the character that we have at the present moment. You have skills and talents you haven't even begun to leverage yet. If you take the energy, the focus, the work ethic, the mindset, the resilience, the self-reliance, the confidence that you gained from everything you went through when you felt like you were alone on an island with no help and God wasn't answering your prayers. If you take what you gained from that experience in chapter 5, you are unstoppable once you stop allowing chapter 5 to be the justification for why you cannot go out and achieve whatever it is you want to accomplish. I'm telling you right now, chapter 5 is powerful in both spectrums. Chapter 5 can be the reason why I never started my business, the reason why I never got married, the reason why I trust no one, the reason why I have no friends, and the reason why I'm broke. Or chapter 5 can be the reason why, against all odds, I persevered. Chapter 5 can be the reason why I married the woman of my dreams. Chapter 5 can be the reason why I have 20 locations in a global organization and I'm changing lives. And I'm a philanthropist traveling the world giving back. Chapter 5 can be absolutely amazing if you let it. But the results of chapter 5 are going to be deliberately placed in chapter 6. It's going to get better in chapter 7. Chapter 5 is going to be a thing of the past in chapter 8. In chapter 9, it's going to be a whole new world if you allow it to be. But don't stay in chapter 5. Do not die in chapter 5 of your life. Listen, guys, we don't get to determine when this book is done with. You don't get to determine when this book ends. People die in chapter 5 thinking they had all the time in the world left to make things right. You're in control of the book, but you don't control when it ends. And you don't control a large proportion of the beginning chapters of that book because you're at the discretion of the decisions of the people that are your parents and guardians. But once you break out of chapter 5, the world is yours. Go get it, man. You deserve it.